What's up everyone, today we're showcasing a team with Shadow Politoed and Froslass as a safe swap. I really enjoy Froslass as a safe swap in this meta because with a little bit of energy or shield advantage, Froslass can take out pretty much everything in the current meta. Even if a Stunfisk or an Azumarill comes in with some energy, Froslass can take those out, or they'll have to burn a shield to take the win. Only thing it really struggles with is Bastiodon, but that's why I have Politoed in the lead. Politoed can take care of Bastiodon, of Marowak, of Stunfisk, and then in the back I have a load of Ninetales, making this, you know, your classic ABB line. Let's say Froslass does get switch locked against a Bastiodon, that's fine. Politoed can take it out later, the Bastiodon, and then once the Bastiodon is gone, a load of Ninetales can sweep, because the most things that are paired with Bastiodon are usually kind of weak to a load of Ninetales. So yeah, this team really ended up working out for me. In the current match, I led Politoed into Shadow Machamp, which is not a great matchup, so swapped out into Froslass, lured out a Fire type, and now I'm hoping Alola Ninetales can sweep. In comes Stunfisk, but I do have a shield, and with a shield, Alola Ninetales can take out Stunfisk, but he does also still have the Machamp in the back with some health, so I'm gonna have to come out with enough energy to take out the Machamp as well, which is gonna be kind of tough. Moveset-wise, by the way, currently I'm running Psyshock, but I would definitely recommend Dazzling Gleam because it helps a lot with Azumarill and Jellicent, which this team kind of struggles with. You're gonna see me switch around between Dazzling Gleam and Psyshock in this video. It's because these battles aren't organized chronologically, but in reality I did end up switching out to Dazzling Gleam after like 2 or 3 sets with this team. Alright, in comes the Machamp. He has a move, he's almost to the move, so I'm gonna have to catch right here, make the catch, and now I'm just gonna have to hope Weather Ball KOs. I throw Powder Snow here and I had the Psyshock. Honestly, I should have gone for a Psyshock. I just wasn't sure if I was gonna get it, but the Weather Ball KOs, that's a good game. GG. Alright. Oh, in Politoed, by the way, I'm also running Blizzard. But honestly, I think Earthquake in this team is the right play. I just didn't want to Elite TM just yet, because I only have one Shadow Politoed, and I don't want to be stuck with Earthquake if I need Blizzard. But if you have an Earthquake Politoed, even just a regular Earthquake Politoed, I would definitely recommend it, because it just helps a lot with Jellicent and Azu, which are generally kind of tough for this team, and you have enough ice moves anyway. Alright, anyway. This matchup, Swampert Politoed, is pretty good for Politoed, as long as you can call the baits. Here comes Skarm. I don't really have a hard answer for Skarm, but Ninetales does beat it in the ones. I'm not sure how it goes with energy though. The Skarm does have a little bit of energy, but I guess we're gonna find out. And I think the Skarm can actually just no-shield 2 of these and then get to another Sky attack. We'll see. This is a close matchup. All 3 of our Pokemon have play against Skarm. So it's definitely a Pokemon you can work around pretty easily. Yeah, this Weather Ball puts it really low. Yeah, he's gonna get to another Sky attack because he did have a little bit of energy advantage. But this is fine. I can just farm this down with Lass or with Politoed right now. Farm it down with Lass. Again, Lass with a little bit of energy is a big threat. Look at this. Stunfisk comes in. These avalanches are just gonna do a ton. Like, a lot of damage. Yeah, it does almost 50%. With the Powder Snows, the next one will KO. I can even no shield here. This Rock Slide won't do that much. He also still has a Shadow Swamp in the back, and a Hydro from Shadow Swamp would definitely do more. So no shielding that was definitely a play. I bring my Politoed. In comes the Shadow Swamp. I throw the Weather Ball right before he gets a Hydro. In comes the Stunfisk. Stunfisk almost energy dry, so I'm just gonna farm up the 2 right here. Throw them back to back if I can, and that should be the game. Yes, there we go. So many, you're gonna see so many charge moves thrown in this video. Like, all these Pokemon are incredibly spammy. So yeah, we're spending a lot of time charging those moves. Alright, Venusaur lead. It's very bad, but luckily I have 2 ice types in the back to take care of it. But Venusaur is still scary, just because Frenzy hits all 3 of these Pokemon incredibly hard. In comes Stunfisk, which, like I said, with energy, this matchup is pretty fine. But I want to make sure I don't spend more shields than him. I want him to spend a shield, or I want to be equal shield at least, because with a shield advantage, Venusaur will be able to sweep. So I don't want to go a shield down, that's for sure. He shields this move. I'm gonna shield this as well, because now I can throw another Avalanche before he gets to a Rock Slide. I think we see Pitai. Oh, I make sure we see Pitai threw after 5 Powder Snows and 5 Mudshills for the Rock Slide. Really lets it go. It's really good. But a Venusaur with the energy advantage he has is kind of scary. Because he might get the 2 Frenzies before I get to 2 Weather Balls. I think he doesn't have a great enough energy advantage, yes. And he throws the Sludge Bomb, which helps me a ton. I have to make sure he doesn't sack right here. Just throw the Weather Ball right before I get to... Is he gonna let it go? Does let it go. Makes it pretty easy for me. But in comes the Mew, and Mew is quite a big threat. Because Flame Charge will almost KO my Ninetales, and Wild Charge will KO my Politoed. So I'm not in a great spot. So I catch the Flame, hopefully the Flame Charge right there. If it's like Surf, I'm kind of in trouble. It's Flame Charge though, which is really, really good. I'm just gonna overfarm right here. Because a Weather Ball wouldn't kill. And he needs to throw a Wild Charge, and I don't want him to farm up. So I'm farming up to the Blizzard basically. And now he's debuffed, and now a Weather Ball KOs the Mew. That is a good game. Yeah, my only lose con right there is if he decided to overfarm a bunch. Like if I threw the Weather Ball immediately, he would have been able to overfarm more, and that would have been kind of scary because he might have been able to get to the double Wild Charge. All right, really good lead. In comes Pelipper, also kind of a tough Pokemon for this team. Just because it hits everything on my team for neutral. So an energy advantage is kind of scary, but Ninetales can deal with it because it does outpace it. Generally, though, with the energy advantage the Pelipper has, it won't. I'm just gonna no-shoot the first move because a Weather Ball won't KO, and I'm not expecting him to throw the Hurricane. Just gotta rip off these Weather Balls. He's already spent a shield, which I like. Shield is up. And I'm gonna go for another Weather Ball. But we see him die. At this point, I'm not sure if it's worth shielding. I know what's in the back. This is a very common team. Stunfisk, Pelipper, it's always a Grass type. Or I've seen Cresselia as well, but it's no. Or I've also seen Galv actually. But like 99% of the time, it's a Grass type. Tropius or Venusaur. So I'm just gonna blind Blizzard right here. That's my win con. I'm just gonna blind Blizzard right here because I blind through. He might have thought it was a Weather Ball, and I killed a Venusaur right there. That's really good. Now the Stunfisk is in big trouble. Stunfisk is in really big trouble. I have a little bit of energy. He has no energy basically, and I can just get to these Weather Balls. 2 of them will KO, but I could even decide to let my Politoed go. To be honest, I don't remember what I end up doing here. Oh yeah, he doesn't even throw the move because he's not at 2 Rock Slides yet, and Politoed just takes him out. GG, that's where Blizzard did come in very handy, though probably even without Blizzard, Earthquake would have done a ton to Venusaur. And Froslass in the back would have been able to do work as well. Alright, Ninetales lead, pretty good if it's Powder Snow, so my opponent decides to swap out with the Azu, and this is where I realize a big hole in my team. Azu, it's kind of trouble. You know, if I can line it up with Froslass, it's actually okay. Because the Shadow Balls just do so much, and the Bubbles and the Play Roughs, they don't do a lot. So what I do here, I just chip him down with 2 Weather Balls, and now the Azu is in Shadow Ball range. I no-shoot the Ice Beam because I wasn't expecting a Hydro, and a Play Rough doesn't really do enough, but my opponent decides to bait. Might be Ice Beam Hydro, and that's why I decided to bait. I don't know, I think this might be the Play Rough though, so I am gonna shoot it. Here's the Play Rough, that's a good shoot. I should outpace him to the next move, but he decides to swap into the Ninetales. It's a really great swap. Gonna throw the Shadow Ball into this thing. Does a ton of damage. Can I get to the Avalanche? Ooh, I'm just gonna catch the Weather Ball, I guess. It's a really nice catch. Just resist the damage, and I can get to the Weather Ball before it gets to another move. And this should take out the Ninetales. So let's decide to shield, of course, but I'm not expecting a shield. I think he knows that Azumarill is just really strong against my line. I'm gonna let this go because I want to save shields for my Ice types. I'm gonna come into Ninetales right here because I get to the Psy Shock before it gets to a move anyway. Might have been able to kill with a Weather Ball right here, but I'm not exactly sure. So I went for the safe play. I went for the Psy Shock. Take out the Azu, and in comes Politoed. Just quite tough because I have 2 Ice types. All my fast moves are resisted. All my faster charge moves, the Avalanche and the Weather Ball are all resisted, but I'm just gonna go for the Psyshock. And at this point, I can go for the Weather Balls because they will chip down. If he no-shoots this, I can probably Powder Snow down. Yes, he does decide to no-shoot. Can I Powder Snow down? It's gonna be real close. He overfarms a bunch. I think he just wanted to get to 2 Weather Balls, but honestly, he probably could have just thrown one. Yeah, because I did win the CMP, and now I am in a good spot. I just gotta get to the Avalanche before he gets to 2 Weather Balls. Gonna be really close though. I think he's at like 100 energy, to be honest, so he only needs like 1 or 2 more shots, and I do get to the Avalanche right before he gets to the move, and that is a great game, really close. Azu kind of tough, but you can play around it, and like I said, Earthquake on Politoed would definitely help with that, but even without it, Azu, you can always just play around it. Next match, Jellicent. Alright, Jellicent might be even tougher though. Froslass is pretty much my best counter. A lot of Hex, Jelly. Run Ice Beam, Shadow Ball, so I shield this, but it's a Bubble Beam, which is really bad. You actually outpace the Hex Shadow Ball variant of Jellicent, so Froslass actually wins that matchup. But with Bubble Beam, you don't. And he switches in a Charm Ninetales right here. This is just bad news. This is just really bad news because Charm Ninetales does well against pretty much everything in my team. Except for Politoed. Politoed does have a lot of play versus it, but I will have to shield this move because it would do a good chunk. Or no shield. Ooh, well, I think I still get the 2 Weather Balls. I'm just hoping to sweep with the A9, I guess. I don't know. I think in this match I have Dazzling Gleam, and I'm just hoping to get some energy and Dazzling Gleam the Jelly. I gotta make sure I keep the Politoed alive though, because if the Jelly Bubble Beams my Ninetales, I want to be able to swap out to clear the debuff. It's very important when you play against these debuff users, like Acid Sprayers or Bubble Beamers. You want to always make sure that you have a Pokemon available to switch to. You know, you will, even if it only survives at 1 HP, that's enough to swap later in the game, so you can clear the debuff. Like getting debuffed with only 1 Pokemon left is usually just game over. So want to make sure that doesn't happen. In comes Stunfisk, but this is quite rough. I still need to take out a Jelly as well. I am debuffed. Yes, this is... I think I survived this, but it's very, very low. Yeah, it's very, very low. I'm kind of trying to overfarm right here, and then swapping to catch the move, and also clearing my debuff. And then I'm hoping the Weather Ball KOs, and then I can then get to a Dazzling Gleam versus the Jelly. But it's just gonna be very, very difficult because I'm at 1 HP already. This has to KO, and even then, yeah, you can't stack a Dazzling Gleam and a Weather Ball, so just game over. All right, Scrafty. Actually pretty tough for this line, especially with 2 shields. It can beat Froslass because it has Foul Play. Ninetales, my Ninetales doesn't have Charm, so it doesn't do great when shields are up, because I do have Dazzling Gleam in this match. But if he has shields, he's just gonna shoot it anyway. And Politoed just takes too much counter damage. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make sure he burns a shield. And I don't want him to take any more counters, but Froslass can take the counters. I have a shield advantage. I'll get to 2 Avalanches before it gets to 3 charge moves. So as long as I just shoot my Froslass up, I'll be able to get rid of his Scrafty. Because the counters are resisted, they don't do that much. He decided to switch to Politoed, which is fine with me. I'll get to the Shadow Ball and an Avalanche before he gets to 2 Weather Balls, which he needs to KO. I don't need to shield this because 1 Weather Ball won't do enough. Yeah, I can easily tank that. I'm gonna go for the Avalanche right there, right before he gets to Weather Ball, and this should put me in a pretty good situation, even if he decides to shield. Yeah, in comes the Scrafty once again. If I counted correctly, this should be a pup, which I will survive. And I can probably take another counter. I don't want to throw a Avalanche though. This would be a big waste of energy. Throwing the Avalanche right there would be a big waste of energy. So I swap into the Ninetales to farm him down. And in comes the Crest. I'm really happy I saved that Avalanche right now. And my opponent also knows I saved the Avalanche, so he's probably not gonna shield any of these moves. Which he doesn't. No shield the first Weather Ball, but Crest is so tanky. These Weather Balls don't even do that much. I'm just gonna let this go. Safe shield for Politoed because it gets to the charge moves even faster. I get to another Weather Ball right here. yeah, if I can just get one more charge move on this Crest, I win the game. Because I also still have Froslass left. I'm just gonna let this go and make sure I get to a fast move or a charge move on the Politoed. You know, these charge moves come out so quickly from these Weather Ball users. They might as well be fast moves, I guess. They might as well be fast moves. GG. Yeah, he knows I still have Avalanche, so no point in shooting that there. He just knew it was over. All right, Politoed Obama. This is very bad. Going to Froslass. In comes Sableye. You know, this is not bad. Sableye versus Froslass. Froslass wins this in the ones. Because you outpace, with one Powder Snow advantage, you outpace the Sableye to 2 moves. And the Powder Snows just do enough to where it puts it into Avalanche range. So I can burn both shields here, which is quite nice. But the Sableye, if he double shields, will end up with a lot of energy, which is quite scary for the rest of my team, especially for the Politoed. Yes, I'm gonna have to shield one move, I think, because this does do slightly more than 50. Oh, I do get to the Weather Ball right here. Actually, maybe I can get a Ninetales sweep. Ooh. Does get to another foul play. That's quite unfortunate. I was hoping to be able to farm it down right there, because then I like the Abomasnow would have needed to use energy. All right, this is where Dazzling Gleam would have come in really handy. Psyshock is just a really weak move, which unfortunately I'm still running in this match. Dazzling Gleam, I would have been able to kill this Azu in 2 Dazzling Gleams if I had it, but I don't. So I'm just gonna have to throw the Psyshocks, and he still has the Abomasnow as well. And a Weather Ball, Energy Ball from Abomasnow does more than a Hydro Pump from Azumarill, so I'm just gonna hope it's not a Hydro. Maybe he's baiting, but nah. The opponent knows is only lose condition is baiting there. If he just Hydro Pumps and I shield, he can Energy Ball with the Abomasnow later. So it's really well played. It was game over. All right, this is a very common team. Stunfisk, Pelipper. Again, Pelipper's quite tough, but I have A9, which generally outpaces it. So I'm just gonna swap that in. I go for just gonna rip off these Weather Balls. No shield at the first one, of course. Just gonna no shield as well. Yeah, he can definitely take one. I'm gonna shield this. I kind of want, I either want switch or shield advantage. That's the goal here. I know what's in the back. It's always the same thing in the back. It's always a grass type. So it's probably Tropius or Stunfisk or Stunfisk. Stunfisk was in the lead. And this is not a grass type. That'd be pretty cool. A grass type Stunfisk? Nah. No, really. Alright, anyway. If it's Tropius in the back, I'm all good. If it's Venusaur in the back, might be a little bit tougher because Froslass versus Venusaur is actually quite close. Because they get to the moves at the same rate. And Frenzy Plant also almost KOs Froslass. He decides to no shield all these moves, but he's already in the red. So I'm just gonna be able to farm this down with Politoed if I want to, but I don't want to get hit by an Earthquake, so I'll go for the Weather Ball. This will KO the Stunfisk, or it's gonna have to burn a shield. Oh, he does burn a shield. There was a little visual bug right there, but he does burn a shield. I take the Earthquake, does a ton, but yeah, like I said, it's Tropius in the back. It's Razor Leaf Tropius, but I'll be able to get the 2 Avalanches, and the guy Stunfisk in the lead is very low HP, so I'm not really worried. I'm just gonna shield this move right here, and at this point it should be a pretty easy path to victory because he doesn't get to the leaf bed. Yeah, throw another Avalanche. This will KO this Tropius, of course. This will KO like 2 Tropius from that health. And now he's even gonna have to, like, Mudshot is a weak move. He would have needed to throw a move, but he knows that his only win con is farming down, so he doesn't throw the move. I get to the Avalanche, and that is a good game. And it's also the final match, right? That is the final match. As you could see, this team quite fun. I really did enjoy Froslass, but if I would run it again, definitely Dazzling Gleam on Ninetales, Earthquake on Politoed. I think that's the way to go. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. See you guys next time. Luck in your battles.